going on, everybody? Armani, that car addict, back with you guys with a brand new video. And today's car review, I'm sitting in a car right now. It is the 2011 SLS AMG. There goes Parker and Gallardo. But the 2011 SLS AMG. This car is crazy, and I thank Parker for letting me do a video on this car today. So basically, to start it off, this car is basically the successor to the SLR, because Mercedes and McLaren felt like they were neither of them felt like it was a good car. I mean, it was a good car, but it just wasn't up to par to their standards at the moment. But this car has a 6.2 liter V8, and it has 583 horsepower. And I'll go over the insides with you guys in a second. But it has dual clutch, automatic transmission, and it's rear wheel drive. And they're actually, I looked it up, there are 5 different types of SLS AMGs. First was the regular coupe and the roadster, and then there was the GT, the coupe and the roadster, and then they had a final edition, and then they had a black series. And what surprised me was they had an electric drive one that had 740 brake horsepower. I never knew that until I started doing my research, but that's crazy. And they have every supercar basically has to have its own race car after it. So they had the GT3 version of SLS AMG as well. And so that's about it for the most part of the car, and a bit of a history about it. And once again, I'd like to thank Parker, RP Exotics, for letting me do this review on this car. And yeah, I'm basically about to show you guys the outside and then show you guys the inside. I know it's kind of backwards, but you got to do the out before you go in. So let's do that. Okay, now we're on the outside of the car. It is still cold. I don't know why it's cold, and it's almost April. But this is a Mercedes SLS AMG that I just got out of, as I was telling you guys. So it has a black finish. It has, well, the previous owner painted calipers gold, and this is the main thing that really sets this car off. Unlocks the car. These doors just say it all. Well, hold up, let me get the other one. Now the reason behind these doors is the 300 SL. I forgot what year it came out of, but they had the gold wing doors on it as well. And Mercedes decided to put it on one of their newer cars, and I gotta say, it looks, I'm speechless. That's all I gotta say. It just looks really, really good. So the doors go up. Oh, it's a front. I already said this. Actually mid-engine, because I'll show you guys in a second. Okay, so you will reach under the steering wheel here and pull this red lever right there. Okay, so now I got the button. You know, most cars, they lift up about this high, but this keeps going, and keeps going, and keeps going till it's like that. So yeah, it's easier to work on. And yeah, this is the 6.2 liter V8 motor that they have in it. The reason why they call it a mid-engine car, because the engine is behind the front axle. So as you can see, pretty much all the engine is behind the rear wheels. behind the front wheels of the car. And yeah, that's basically about it for the outside. Close this if I can reach it. Oh man. There we go. Okay, got that closed. These lights, I think they're LED lights. Like, look how massive this hood is. As you see going on the inside of the car, got carbon fiber on the door sills. Got the AMG logo on there. Got the AMG logo on the seats. Tan leather interior. Let's see, go to the back. And the previous owner who had this car got debadged it, so you don't see none of the SLS, none of the AMG on there at all. And just looking at the back of this car is crazy. Now I'm about to get on the inside of the car. So on the inside of the car, I realized, you know how you have in regular cars, you have like the door, like you can put a soda or drink or whatever you need on the side. This car has nothing on the doors because since the doors go up, they didn't want nothing to fall out. So the only thing you can store stuff is like either right here or on this side because it has a net right here. And so like I said before, tan leather interior, got black interior up here, Alcantara on the steering wheel, and leather on the top of the steering wheel. And here's the paddle shifters. He has carbon fiber all over this, all over the center console. That's your park, reverse, neutral, drive, and this small thing. And start, stop button, traction control. Okay, so I realized my audio started going out, but I'll just voice over this right quick. I was just talking about the spoiler, which I ended up not showing because I was trying to hit the button earlier and it wasn't working. That is just for messing with the volume, not the volume, adjusting, choosing certain things. And I was saying the carbon fiber on the dash, and then that's the comfort, sport plus mode, and manual. Me and Parker didn't know what RS stands for, but that's all your heating and cooling system, and that's all your radio and volume and your hazard lights and stuff like that. You can call on there. You can call on the steering wheel as well. And on the other side is where you can select different things on the dash right there in between the tachometer and the speedometer. And I'm probably going a little bit too fast for the thing, but it is what it is. It says 240 miles an hour. I was like, this thing only hits like 200, but it is what it is. So, great car. Yeah, it's saying the tachometer goes to 9,000 RPM. It's not a touchscreen, but it has a nice little screen. And I just turned the car on, as you guys can see. And this audio is a hot mess. I need to get another Rode mic. So that's just showing you the AMG logo on the thing, showing you the music. Wish you guys can hear the music of the Bang & Olufsen system, but it wasn't working right at the time. So just changing different music, showing you guys how the music changes, showing you guys the air vents. The air vents are pretty cool design. And yeah, I had to lighten it up a bit because it wasn't focusing pretty much. And then it has the tweeters on the side, lock and unlock button. I think that's a speaker right there. But other than that, let's see what else. Oh, I was talking about the sun visor thing because you can see right through it. As you see, I'm putting my hand up there, and that's how I learned that from Doug De Niro's video. And then see how small the mirror is. Like, that is too freaking small for that car. I was showing you guys the lights and everything, the SOS light, the maintenance button and everything. and yeah, showing you south, north, south, and east, and everything. And then it has a carbon fiber on the door sill, as you can see there. And it has heated and controlled seats. Forgot what else I was saying there during the time, but it is what it is. Just need to get another mic. I forgot what I said here. I think I said it is dual clutch transmission, but I think I already said that in the beginning. I was saying a song, letting you guys listen to the radio. That's what I was doing at the moment. I said I don't know what radio station it was, but it is what it is. It just I was looking at my notes. It's like I'm not ashamed to show you guys that I took notes, and sometimes you have to bring it with you just in case, because sometimes I forget things, like most people. And I was just talking about how all the other options with the car. See, like now I had to use my notes now. So here I was talking about the size of the brake calipers and the wheels. You got 15-inch brake calipers in the front and 14-inch brake calipers in the rear. And yet, then I walk to the back, and then I show you guys. I'm about to show you guys the exhaust. Okay, so here I was showing you guys the Capristo exhaust button. One is the valves completely closed in like regular mode. 2 opens them up a bit, and then 3 opens them up a bit more, and then 4 is just full blown straight open catback everything. Okay, here I was showing you guys the carbon fiber cradle of the seat, and then I showed you guys the AMG on the floor. Okay, here is where I show you guys the exhaust. First is already in 4, so that's all of the sauce. And then I put it in the first and put it in like stock mode, like no exhaust at all. Just read it, as you can see, nothing else shoots out. Okay, here I was talking about the aluminum gas cap. It wouldn't open because my stupid self didn't click the button on the inside of the car. And then I said I was about to show you guys the folding mirrors. Then I was talking about the grill. This grill is just, I mean, it's a regular car, it's a stock grill, but it still looks mean on a Mercedes, just as a sports car, to be honest with you. And now onto the trunk. I was talking about trunk space. Trunk space is pretty good, but I wasn't about to get in it to show you guys. And then I was talking about how, like in America, you have to have the trunk lever. If you ever get put in your own trunk of the car, you can pull the lever, but it's actually just on the side of on the side door. I'll show you guys that in a second, right there. And the light is always glowing. On the inside, you can't really see it because of the light. And then I said it comes in the Mercedes first aid kit, probably $100 option, but I don't know, just mess around. And then they got the battery stuff in the back. And then yeah, that's pretty much it about the trunk. Okay, so here I was saying I need to show you guys 2 more things. Right there is a little bubble in the roof. If you're a taller person, and as you can see, it goes up right there. Me using my hand. And then there's another thing I had to show you here, which is the lights, the auto turn on, high beams and everything. And then you got the trunk button that lifts up the trunk, and then you got your parking brake. Okay, so here I was talking about the door when you get in, or when you get out the car and you lock the door, that disappears and the folding mirrors fold in. And then I go to unlock the car, but somehow only the door handle opens up, and then the mirror didn't. And then, as you can see, I open the door, and then look back up at the mirror, and it folds out mid me opening the door. Okay, this part of the video I was talking about the pricing of the car and some other specs of the car that I didn't address earlier in the video. So Parker is selling this car for $148,995, and it only has 13,046 miles on it. It has heated seats, like I told you guys in the previous beginning of the video. It has staggered wheels, the staggered Mercedes wheels. It has satellite radio. It has never been in any accidents. It is stock paint. It had clear bra at first, but it was like yellowing, getting a yellow tint, so they took it off. And it has tinted windows. And then I also was saying I was gonna go ask Parker, can we go for a drive? But as you guys can tell, none of that audio came through, so there was no point in me putting it in this video. So then, now I'm about to show you guys the inside of his inventory. So that's the GT4 he just bought, Porsche GT4. He just bought that last week. And the next car is a Mercedes GLE 43, I think, or 63 AMG. It has a convertible Celine Mustang right there. Got a Bentley Continental GT right there. Pretty cool. Something different. It has an older Porsche. I'm not sure which Porsche that is, but Porsches are cool. So it has a trike, the buggy, two motorcycles, GT350R. Like I was saying in my video, my dream car video, I was talking about how I don't like the carbon fiber wheels. This one actually didn't have the carbon fiber wheels, which pretty shocked me. But I guess you can have the option of carbon fiber wheels or not if you want to spend that kind of money. But that's his daily car. That's the SLS, the main car of this video. And then I'll show you guys the convertible Cobra. I think it's an 03, 04, and one or the other. And then there's a Maserati, convertible Maserati. I'll do a video on that one day. And then that's the 360 Ferrari. I just saved this part because it's the end of the video, but thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.